Hey, what's up guys, Elastic Cobra here. So today I wanted to make a video on dealing with deadshot. So let's get right into it. I don't want to waste too much of your time. Mostly deadshot, I've been wanting to make this video for a while. I feel as the game has progressed that people have learned slowly how to deal with him. So at this range, if he goes for a straight shot, you are in a pretty good position if you want to meter burn roll. To be honest, I'd rather counterpick if if you're going against a really good deadshot. I recommend Superman because you have a decent air dash mobility, and air laser usually beats out any of his projectiles, and he does not want to trade with an air laser, especially meter burn one that's 173 damage when his straight shot's only going to hit you for like 60 something, I think. So let's get him set up real quick. Record. Alright, most of the time this is what he's gonna do, right? So you basically want to get around this. So I'm gonna let him push me full screen. Basically you gotta low duck it. If you do get hit by one, you gotta block the next one. So just move in. If you get in a good range, you want to meter burn roll, but you still have to time it right. As you see right there, I timed it wrong. The reason I like Superman for this matchup is because you can actually just air dash over this. So you just have to get your spacing right. Granted, I'm not a Superman main. As you see, if he's going for that, let's see, I get hit for 66 damage. He gets hit for 173. But basically, the main thing is you got to be very patient when going against deadshot. Alright, so let's reset this. If you're this close, he's stupid if he shoots. Chances are he's going to go for his back 1-3 string at this range, which is a low overhead. At that range, believe it or not, you can hit him before he hits you as Superman with your forward 2-3 string. So another thing a lot of deadshots do when you get real close is they go for their down back 3 meter burn. So let's say you're at this range. This range, and you make the read that he's gonna go for it. Oh, hello, Mr. Deadshot. You get a full combo punish for that. So it's basically just it's all take your time getting in, and then profit. I dropped the ender. So that's another thing you can do. Roll is really good, but I don't recommend doing it unless you're going to cross up onto the other side of him and you're close enough, because chances are when you're close he's going to go for a few things. So let's put this back on custom. Alright, so chances are he's going to go for a straight shot when you're further away, because the recovery is on a real quick, so I would not meter burn roll that. If he's going for a straight shot, I would just jump up and go for laser, meter burn. Or go for air dash, duck, and slowly make your way in. And just be very patient. That's the best thing. There's no sure way of knowing exactly what he's going to do. He could throw some random stuff out there. Trick shot is pretty good, but with a nice little air dash, you can get around it pretty easily as Superman. Some people rather stick with their main, so if you're more comfortable using your main against them. But I have... there are a few characters in this game that actually counter zone deadshot pretty well, and I recommend picking them up just to make it a little bit easier on yourself. But if you are a loyalist, I applaud you, and that's awesome if you can figure out ways to get around it. Every character usually meter burn roll is like really good, but I wouldn't use it like at this range because you want to use it. Let's see, that's like the max right there. So you land on the other side. But even with a straight shot, if you land like this, he can back 1-3 you, because the recovery on your meter burn roll is pretty good. Let's see if I can find it. Where is it? Where's it at? Oh yeah. So recovery is 8 frames. So if he has a move that's less than 8 frames startup, which most characters do, he can actually hit you before you hit him. So although it is a good tool to close the distance, I wouldn't recommend doing it at like full screen or anything. I would just slowly work your way in and then go for it. So it's basically patience. I don't want to make this video too long, but let's we're gonna go over some other characters. So I'll be right back, and I'll go over some other characters that can counter zone and beat out Deadshot. So I'm gonna go over my top 5 characters I like using against Deadshot, and that'll be the end of the video. So for the top 5 characters I like using against Deadshot, Cyborg, really fun to use against zoners, and I actually think he's really underrated, and he's a fun character to play. And the 4th character I would say would be Red Hood. Red Hood I think has some really swaggy combos and can counter zone decently well, and if you learn some of his good footsie moves, definitely a good character. Number 3 I would say Superman. Superman, just easy character to pick up and learn, easy to keep him in your ults just for bad matchups. Definitely recommend learning him. For number 4 I would probably have to go with Black Adam. Black Adam's really easy to pick up as well. Really good damage even with his nerf. I think he's still really good, and he can actually counter zone Deadshot and has good mobility as well. And then for my last pick, for my 5th pick, now this is a toss-up. I'd either say use your main if you're really freaking good with your main and he doesn't really have problems with zoners, or I'd say go with either, this is a tie between Atrocitus and Darkseid. Either of these characters I think are really good against Deadshot zoning. So if the Deadshot is aggressive, I would not pick Darkseid though, in my opinion, but I would pick Atrocitus. So depends if you're going against aggressive Deadshot, pick Atrocitus. Going against a defensive zoner, I would pick Darkseid. So anyway, that's about basically simple guide how to deal with Deadshot. Hope you guys enjoy the video. As always, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and this is Cobra out.